Hello students, we are on the chapter patient counseling. In this chapter, so far we have studied about the definition of patient counseling, outcomes of patient counseling, various stages of patient counseling, barriers, and uh, we have also studied finding strategies to overcome these barriers, patient counseling, the barriers. And then in today's class, we will study about patient information leaflet. Patient information leaflet, shortly it is called PIL. You might have seen it. See, these are all the pictures of a patient information leaflet, but these are pictures of disease, either disease or surgery, about the surgery. It gives information regarding the disease or the surgery, and this is the one for the medicine. So patient information leaflet can be either for disease and surgery, and it can be also one for medicine. As you can see here on the picture, the paper that is given along with the box of medicine, it will be inserted inside the medicine box. It will come along with the medicine, or it can be even wrapped with the rubber band around your strips. This is the strips. Like in India, in most of the cases, you don't get the boxes like this. So it can also be wrapped around this strip, and this is the patient information leaflet. And I have more examples here. Like, you see, these are the boxes. These are actually birth control pills, and this patient information leaflet will be inserted inside this these boxes, and that is for the patient to read and understand about the medicine. And say, for example, uh, Isolvin, it is the name, brand name of the medicine. The name of the compound is actually bromhexin. See, they have written brand name, then the ingredient, name of the ingredient. So here they have given name of the product. Of course, here it says Isolvin tablet and Isolvin syrup. They can combine two different formulations. For example, here tablet and syrup information is given um, in the same leaflet. It says Isolvin tablet, then Isolvin syrup, then they have given a composition, what it contains, and then presentation, right, how it is presented, in what form it comes. It says it um, the tablet, Isolvin tablet, is available in a blister package of 20 tablets, right? Then Isolvin syrup available in glass bottle size of 60 and 100 ml. How it is presented to you, or what are the different forms it comes with. So that's what it is given there in the presentation. Then indication, what it is indicated for, what disease it is indicated for. They have explained briefly, so that in a of course it will be explained in a short manner, and understandable manner. And then they have given here dosage and administration, what is the strength supposed to be taken and how many times it is to be taken. And see, they have mentioned different age category: children below 2 years of age, children 2 to 5, children of 5 to 10, and then adult and children above 10 years of age. And then precautions, what precautions needs to be taken while taking the medication. Then contraindication, where it is not supposed to be taken. Side effects, what are the side effects one can get by taking the common side effect by taking this medication. Then drug interaction, then pharmacokinetic, and then overdosage. In case of overdosage, what will happen and what needs to be done. Then storage condition, at what temperature or what storage condition has to be maintained for this medication. See, this is how it will be. And today we are going to study about this patient information leaflet. We are studying about how the content should be and what is the design or the layout supposed to be. In these two, content, one is we have to study, one is content and the readability, right? Second one is design and the layout. In today's class we are going to study about content and the readability. Alright, in recent years, the patient or people, they are more conscious about their health and they want to know more about the medicine that they receive from the pharmacist, or they want to know more about the disease that they have gotten, and they want to know more about the disease from the doctor. So now the problem is, doctor, he will be busy. He will give limited information to the patient regarding their disease as well as medicine usage. And even the pharmacist is a busy person in the pharmacy, right? Even there will be information gap. The pharmacist may not be able to give all the information to the patient, and also after giving this information either from the doctor or the pharmacist, the patient may not be able to retain these verbal information given to the patient. That's why, so there are print materials which acts as valuable tools in this situation. So there are print materials, that is PILs, are available, and that can act as um, that can remove that information barrier between patient and pharmacist, or patient and doctor. So what are the things we need to consider, or what are the things that needs to be put in this PIL, in patient information leaflet? Actually, these patient information leaflets in the medicines, in the medicine or in the medicine boxes, are put by the manufacturer. The companies, they put these in this. But because some companies may not put this patient information leaflet for the reason it may putting these PILs may be a costly thing for them. So for that reason, some of the companies may not put these patient information leaflet inside the medicine boxes. And this patient info to be considered are literacy and individual comprehension level. See, the thing is, this is patient information leaflet are not, you cannot customize them. There will be only one patient information leaflet for one medicine from a company. They cannot categorize them in population. There will be a different literacy levels, right? The person, you have to aim at a person who is mostly illiterate to the person who is graduated or post-graduated. So you have to keep everything in mind, and then um, put the content on these patient information leaflet. Even though many people they can read, but they may not be able to understand. That is the comprehension level. So you have to consider all these while framing this patient information leaflet. See, in United States, English-speaking country, in United States, they have done the research, and the report says that most Americans of 14 years of age and older, they cannot read better than 7th grade student. So that is the level, 14 years and old. If they read, they can understand like a 7th grade student. And in India, literacy rate is about 65 percent, and um, average people, according to the report, it says the English understanding may be of a 4th grade level. They can understand the English. Uh, Average Indians, they can understand the English of 4th grade. This is just the average, right? They have considered all kind of people into count. So this is the understanding level, reading and understanding level. That's why we have to carefully frame this patient information leaflet. So in this, there are we are going to look into two topics. One is content and readability. The other one is design of this design and layout of this patient information leaflet. Today we will look into content and readability of this patient information leaflet. The qualities required on patient information leaflet are: the information should be authentic and unbiased. The information, whatever it is put on the PIL, should be authentic, it should be genuine and unbiased, because these patient information leaflets are put in the medicine box by the manufacturers, companies. So it should be unbiased. It should not be promoted. It should not have the promotion angle. It should have the angle that patient understands the usage of the medication. It should be unbiased. There should not be any marketing tricks in putting these words or the contents of this or design of this patient information leaflet. Information given in the leaflet text should be optimum. That should not be too much of information. At the same time, there should not be too less of information. It should be optimum as per the patient requirement. And then language used should be so simple and easy to understand the content of the information. It should be simple and very easy to understand for a common man. Then the sentences should not be too long. It it may be difficult to understand the sentences too long. That's why sentences should be short, and emphasis uh, should be made on avoiding self-medication. It should not promote self-medication. What happens? Um, if patient thinks that he can only read and take the medication without the help of doctor or pharmacist, it should not be like that. So I can read this and I can take the medication, I can self-medicate. It should not be like that. It should not help in sharing of medication. The leaflet should not encourage him or encourage some other person. If the patient transfers this medication to somebody else, gives this medication to somebody else, or the patient has left with lot of medication, he has a cure on the disease, and somebody else finds the medication with the patient information leaflet, it should not encourage that person to take the medication. It should not. The patient information leaflet should not be designed in that way. The reader should be motivated to use the medication only with medical advice. It should be written on there, or it should be taken only with the medical advice. And also, content should not um, motivate the person taking the medication without the medical advice. So, how do we access readability of designed patient information leaflet? How do we know to what extent the patient can read the patient information leaflet? So there are about 40 readability formulas. So far, there are 40 readability formulas were recognized all over the world, and most of them are derived statistically, by calculation on the words and letters, and considers language. It will also consider language. Different language will have different readability, the problem. The English, Spanish, or local languages, some certain words are difficult in certain languages. So this readability, uh, it should count all these scenarios. Variability such as word complexity and sentence length. It will consider word complexity, sentence length. It will consider language, right? And that's how it calculates the readability. So what is this readability formula? It's a simple method to predict the reading grade level required to comprehend the written materials and documents. So the readability formula, so there will be grades given, reading grades. So according to the grade, you can make out how much the patient can understand the written material or the document. So in the readability formula, grades will be given, and depending on that grade, uh, we are going to find out whether the patient can read or not, or read properly or not, or to what extent the patient can read, or what is the difficulty level of this readability. So there are commonly used formulas. One is FRE, Frey formula, Flash Reading Easy. This is the name of the formula. And then Flash Kincaid Grade Level, FKGL. This is another formula. Smog. This is another formula. These are commonly used formulas. You should at least know the names of these formulas, and we are going to study uh, little extensively on one of these formulas, that is flash reading easy formula, that is FRE formula. This is most commonly used formula on readability, right? The what is this formula? So this formula calculated using FRE formula. So what is this FRE formula? FRE equals 206.84 minus 0.85 W minus 1.02 S, where S is the number of syllables per 100 words and S is number of words in an average sentence. So you have to count the number of words, and then here the W is the number of syllables. So what is this syllable? What are these syllables? Now you know the vowel and consonants. Here we are considering only the vowels. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and the syllables are nothing but it is about the vowels, right? We have to count the number of vowels in a word, and actually syllables they tell you how long is the word is, and of course we are counting vowels, but we are not counting um, exact vowels. We are counting the vowels, or we are counting the letters which sounds like vowel sound. Count vowel sounds by itself. Sometimes what happens, it may not be vowel. It is vowel, but it may not sound like vowel. So you have to consider the letter which sounds like vowel. Of course, most of the vowel they sound like vowel when you spell it, when you speak, but some may not. So here the examples are given in dog, O is the vowel, right? Dog, O. When we are saying, we say that O, dog. So that is considered as one syllable. And then green, of course there are two vowels here, E, but while saying, we don't separate that out. It comes as one E, green, right? So that's why, even though there are two vowels, it has got one syllable. So like this, examples are given here. Right? Quiet has got one syllable, and quiet has got quiet. You say I as well as E. So it has got two syllable. Orange has got two syllable. Table has got two syllable. Expensive will have three syllable. Interesting will have four syllable. Realistic will have four syllable. Exceptional will have five syllables. That's how you have to count the syllable. More the syllable, more difficult the words are. So the reading easy is scores on FRE on this formula are between 0 to 100, right? Anything below 60, that is considered as difficult to read by general public. And ideally it should have like 80. The scoring should be 80. 80 and more is considered as that PIL has got good readability score, and you can consider that PIL readability design. Alright, next, FRE and FKGL formulas are available in Microsoft Word. You can find these formulas in Microsoft Word to calculate FRE and FKGL using computer. The text of PIL should be typed. You have to type the text of PIL, patient information leaflet, into Word document. You have to go for Microsoft Word, and then using the toolbar, toolbar, and click on the readability. The calculated readability scores of the document will appear on the screen. Like you count the word, right? In Microsoft Word, if you highlight the words, or a paragraph, suppose a paragraph you highlight, and you click on, you have to go somewhere in the menu and click on the word, and it will give you how many numbers of words are there in that paragraphs. Like that, you have to type this PIL in the Microsoft Word, and then uh, using the toolbar, you have to click on there on the readability, and you are going to find out the readability of that document, or the PIL. Any leaflet scores more than 70 out of 80 is considered as fairly easy to read. If it scores between 70 to 100, so it is considered as good, it has got good readability. So readability easiness in PIL can be increased. You can increase this readability. You can get more and more score by using simple English words. More the simple words are there, the readability will increase. All right, that's all for you today in this class. We studied about PIL and its content and readability. The next part we will study in the next class. Thank you very much, and let me know if you have any questions.